Saturday night coming from you?
We're gonna break his rhythm, break his timing, and I think that's the first and probably biggest key to this fight is just breaking his timing and his rhythm. And then after that, my dad said it best. When as long as Shawn is ready, and he can take on the world, and Bo Mack and Terence said the same. Y'all are in for a treat. You know what I mean? When you got two fighters that got the same mindset, about the same abilities, and so on. I mean, you're in for a great night of boxing.
How does Shawn get ready?
How did Shawn get ready?
How does Shawn get ready?
Everything, man. Track work, swim work. Of course, training on the mountain. I think we were at 9,200 feet for this one, and everything in between. The sparring, of course. Did some rounds with Tank Davis. Did some rounds with Andre DeWerl. And those are the two biggest names that y'all would know. But we got it all in, man. Everything we need to do.
What do you think sparring with Gervonta Davis did for your preparation?
You know what? I think getting him on the back end of the sparring was more so to make sure the eyes and the focus and everything's there. He is one of the sharpest boxers I've ever been in the ring with, and I'm sure it won't change. That it won't change much after being in the ring with Terence. I would imagine that Terence will be the sharpest, but that boy Tank is sharp.
Is it someone you want to FaceTime like?
Who? No.
Now, Shawn, you were talking about like how much you were looking forward to this particular fight over the past year. Kind of go a little bit more into that, like how you're excited about this particular bout going up against Terence Crawford.
When he fought Jose Benavidez, before fighting Jose, I knew he was gonna move to 147, and even knowing he was gonna come to 47, I was like, I'll never fight him. When I saw his fight with Jose Benavidez, he was like, Jose's here, and he was like right here. It was like there was just nothing Jose could do. He was so dominant. I sat back after that fight. I was like, I might have to get in the ring with this dude, man. He's great, And I think that just over the course of time, hearing people talk and hearing people say that they wanted to see that fight, after the fight with with Errol Spence Jr. was when I was like hearing people say, what would happen, Terence Crawford and Shawn Porter. I was like, I think I got to do it. I think we got to do it, and here we are.
I think Benavidez.
Right hand comes straight in. That
yeah.
boy was doing it effectively.
Yeah.
Pushing back.
There's a lot of film to look at, but none of those guys are me. You know what I mean? I understood exactly what they're saying. We turned it up for Shawn Porter. Quiet as it's kept, every camp, I don't know how it happens, but every camp ends up being just a little bit better than the previous camp. It just is what it is. But when you take a look at the opponents I've been in the ring with, every camp's supposed to be a little bit better than the last. You know what I mean? So I understand fully what they were talking about. I feel like, my dad might have been taking a shot. It is what it is. But I will say that this was the best camp that we've had. But then on the other side of that is the fact that Terence Crawford hasn't been in the ring with anyone like me. But he toned it all the way up for me. So you get in the best is getting in the ring with the best. There's no doubt about that.
Shawn, you mentioned.
Why would this be a different result than you and Errol Spence? Why would the result
styles make fights. You know what I mean? It kind of is what it is. My dad is right. Boxing is opinionated, and depending on who trained that judge, and who trained that judge, those three judges may be seeing something completely different than 5 out of 10 other people. It just kind of is what it is. So, how will it be different? We got to win those judges, and then we got to land that punch.
Shawn, you mentioned, throwing off the timing is key. Is that real key to not letting this counter punch go in? Is that how you beat a counter punch?
That too. Yeah. I think, as a kid, you kind of learn things, and as you grow in time, you learn more. It's like some things that you learned as a kid, not that they don't matter anymore, but you find out other ways to defeat things. So I'll give you a prime example. As a kid, my dad said how you beat a counterpuncher is with combinations. A counterpuncher's weight can counter 1 punch or 2 punches, but they can't counter 3, 4, 5 punches. And then as you get older, you learn I don't have to just throw in combination in order for this guy not to counterpunch me. I can feint him or force him to be first, and that takes away his counterpunch.